Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, hell yeah.
I'll play that again, but get the volume up on this one.
She's wasted.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't. Yeah, it's tough to make out.
It's a great clip.
Yeah.
I clipped this little bit off the Inside Edition.
Yeah, fill us in on this incident, Nick.
There was a woman
what's this local news story?
There was a DWOC, drunk woman of color. Last night at around 2:30 in the a.m., there was a black indigenous drunk woman of color who crossed over the median and tragically ran overized officer. What's this fucking Greek retard's name?
Dude, no.
Anastasia.
Yeah,
No.
his name was Princess.
No.
Anastasios.
Anastasios?
What a gay name.
That's not a gay name. That name means resurrection.
He's named after the princess, dude.
No, he's named after the Lord coming back.
It's a girl's name.
He's got
Anastasios.
It's got anus in it.
I changed my mind.
What's his last name?
I changed my mind about this guy. Stop. I'm sorry.
Sakos. Also, too, I love the picture of him because he's got, like, he brought his own hat to the police department.
It honestly
Wow,
looks
he has
like
a special hat.
He brought his own, like, leather daddy, like, Greek.
It does look like a Greek
Now I'm back
fisherman's
on
hat.
his side. Okay, wow.
No, I mean, he looks like he's cruising.
Why is he wearing that?
This is Vinny in the nightclubs.
You clicked out of it.
Oh, man. He literally had his own little hat.
Mm-hmm.
They let you bring your own little hat?
And in case you think that's just one picture of him,
No, he's in every single
every
picture.
picture. He's got that dumb little hat on.
R.I.P. Anastasia.
Mm-hmm.
This
He
is
was
so
killed
fucked
by
up.
a drunk driving
This is so
woman.
ACAB except the Greek ones.
Except
I think
for-
we can all agree.
Anyways, this guy was run over like a week ago, I guess, to him. There's some like accident or something, and he was like
Jesus.
directing traffic. Somebody hit him while drunk, and I didn't pay attention to the story because like immediately the New York Post is like, "This is what happens when you protest the murder of an unarmed child by the police."
Right.
As if you
Antifa will be getting drunk and running over the
If you
police.
say it's bad to shoot a 3-year-old in the face,
Yeah, because he had a stick of gum in his hand.
then this is the direct result of that.
The gum was wrapped, and it was silver and metallic like a gun.
Yes.
But anyways, this came up, and just a clip of that lady being loaded, doing the perp walk, being loaded in the back of a police car, and the reporter asking, "Where were you coming from?" And her in tears saying, "I was coming from the studio. I do a podcast."
Oh, shit.
The door slammed shut.
Where were you coming from?
Then they got a hold of, like, I guess she had done a podcast episode where she's saying, fuck the cops, fuck their families and their kids.
Fuck the police. We want you to know we don't give a fuck about you, your mama, your children, your wife. You're nothing.
Damn.
And then
Well, I support free speech.
and then that's the night. But I don't even think this was like it wasn't like a woke podcast. This wasn't like, fucking Ray Sani, who like got drunk and ran these people over.
Right.
It was just like she had like an internet. It wasn't even a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like rental space. If she is involved in it, like as a like business partner, then she's probably contributing to the rent of this fucking space.
Right.
But this is a place where they go and they record, and then it just gets broadcast to like Facebook Live.
Oh, like an internet radio show.
Yeah. Which is like, it's so sad that that's like filtered down to the level that just some like regular ass like black lady from Long Island thinks she needs to have a podcast.
Of course, yeah.
Dude. And then driving to East New York to do it.
Yeah.
And this, that's like what you would do if you were trying to buy heroin. You're like a suburban person that's like, like doing heroin to piss off your rich father.
Yeah.
You drive to East New York to like, smoke crack with a pimp. Like Traffic.
Yeah.
This lady was already living such like a pathetic kind of like catching life, and then like hits this cop, which again is like she clearly didn't intend to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
She was just drunk.
She's just fucking drunk.
Your Honor, I plead innocent due to reason of getting absolutely blasted.
Yeah. But to like it's like Gil from The Simpsons, but like to already have to live a life where like things are already kind of like, you know, stacked against you with like, I don't know, systemic issues, whatever.
Sure.
But then be like the same, like to the same degree of a loser as like an energy drink gamer guy.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same rung of society.
You know, yeah, exactly. Because it's like you can't how pathetic you have to be to get like either. There's like there's no like spiritual or like kind of like cultural redemption for a person that's like that much of a loser.
Of course.
To already have that bad of a hand dealt to you.
Yeah.
To be like a lame, poor black man.
I know. Who's podcasting to Facebook Live?
It was a podcast on Facebook, a podcast that somebody told you needed.
Yeah.
That you didn't even want.
Right.
She's expanding her brand.
But you somehow you wound up in a place where you're driving 3.5 hours, sitting in traffic on Grand Central Parkway.
Yeah.
Driving the wrong way in rush hour traffic.
Oh, God.
To be exploited by yourself, basically.
Yeah.
And then the one time you happen to get drunk and say fuck the police.
Yeah.
You like run over like the Mr. Rogers of cops.
Yeah.
The
Just
one
a cute
good
little
cop.
Greek guy.
Just
with a sailor hat, with his own
right.
with his own bespoke sailor Greek hat, cop hat.
Yeah, to like, you know, so you like some sense that it like might work out. It's like very like kind of like pursuit of happiness kind of shit. And
Yeah, but it's podcasting.
but it's and then you run over.
she's in the fucking bathroom with her son doing a podcast.
The bathroom door locked. What are you doing? Are you doing a podcast in there? Someone's at the shit.
She's like, quiet. I just wish I had the confidence of a mediocre white man.
I know it's going to get submitted as evidence now, but I would love to listen to that episode that dropped.
Yeah.
Right before.
I watched some of it. I mean, you can
it's
find
out there.
that clip. It's probably off. I'm not on Facebook, so I can't go look.
Oh, it's only on Facebook.
Facebook exclusive.
See, listen, I know she's in jail right now, but if you get out or if you have a phone in jail, you're listening to the show.
Let's get you on Stitcher.
But you need to go cross-platform. You got to be on multiple platforms.
What if we offer to buy her podcast?
Jessica Bo, yeah. Look at, I mean, she's kind of hot, but then she's like dressed kind of slutty during the perp walk.
Let me take a look here.
That's the other thing too. It's like
Your son. Welcome.
now at this point, it's like just complete like projection. None of this is based in reality.
Right.
I mean, not that any of the other shit I said is either.
Yeah.
This woman's probably a millionaire.
Yeah. That would be
Her
funny.
whatever podcast makes like $800 million.
That would be awesome.
But
It was Two Dope Queens, by the way, the podcast.
turns out it was Ray Sandy. I thought it was a different. Having an overabundance of caution.
Oh, she's
anytime I even if
Let me
it's,
see it, Adam.
a-
Adam, let me see, because Nick's,
I'm pulling
Nick's
it
over
up.
here fucking taking too long.
What do you mean taking too long?
Because I'm trying to see this woman, dude.
And I'm trying
She's
to waste
dressed-
time.
She's dressed hot.
Let me see. Dude, free her. Free her so we can sign her to fucking Cumptown Studios.
Yeah, look, here she comes. Here she comes, Miss Kill Cops, 1998.
Damn, that is a cute
Jessica's
little
hot.
fit.
With her ombre hair.
Free her.
You know she sucks dick.
Because she has ombre hair.
You know she sucks dick good.
If that bitch has ombre
Miss
hair,
Kill Cops.
she'll suck your
she's
balls.
2021.
Dead. What do you want to say to the officer's family? Oh, okay. Where are you coming from? I was coming from the studio. I need podcast.
Jesus Christ, dude.
She's hot, dude.
Yeah, I would. Your Honor, as a Greek man.
God, look at the car.
But-
She fucking erased that guy.
Yeah, she fled the scene, and then she's like, you know, she's been like I guess
She's a
indicted and arraigned or whatever, so that the charges were announced, and it's just it's like 13 different charges.
Yeah.
It's just, your shit is fucked. And then I love like just reading, like I'm not on Twitter anymore, but I like just reading like people's responses to things that happen. This guy good work. Stuff that animal in prison for a good 15. He gets better.
Stuff that animal.
In prison for a good 15. Life over. We'll be on the streets after that begging for cash. Nice. Love stories like this where their life is over.
It's crazy.
That's what you love, huh?
I
You love a story where
stories like
someone
that.
dies and then the other person is punished and their life is also ruined.
Yeah. Thank God for autistic people that you can type
They
that
put
in.
that in YouTube.
And a guy named Stephen Lavimoniere has an account with just garbage disposals making load noise. All right. Well, folks, if you enjoy the show, maybe check out some of our sister shows, like the Face the Reality Instagram Live show produced by Jessica Beauvoir.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was a plant by the Cuomos
Yeah.
and the CIA.
Yeah. And that's it, I guess.
That'll
maybe.
do it.
Yeah. Bye.
We should try pulling over cops with our own lights. See what happens.
Yeah, citizens arrest.
Citizens arrest.
You know, I haven't did a checkup on. Is there that podcast lady who did the Fuck the Police podcast?
Oh yeah.
Like 2 summers ago.
Killed someone?
And was drinking and doing. Did you hear this story?
No.
There's some lady.
Oh, the thing from
it's one of the
Facebook?
most tragic stories I've ever seen. There's a lady who lives in Long Island but drives into like fucking East New York every Wednesday to do
to pod.
to podcast. So she has
She
to like
goes to a podcast
pay
studio.
overhead on a podcast studio where they're like, like do your own podcast.
It's,
It's
and it's
like-
basically just a Facebook Live.
Yeah.
But they've like made her pay money.
Money Intelligence Productions
Yeah.
Incorporated, whatever the studio space in East
Global
New York.
Solutions.
Yeah, so she goes there, and then her podcast, all is during like the riots or the protests and stuff. So she's like, "Fuck the police, fuck their families," or whatever. Like this is the episode where she's saying all that and just drinking on camera on Facebook Live.
Okay.
Like fuck the police, fuck all that, and then driving home to Long Island after getting scammed into doing a podcast by whoever owns this studio.
For no one.
She runs over a cop, but then it's like a cop that's like
It's like the one good
it's
cop.
yeah, just
she
some
kills.
some Greek guy that's like teaching children accordion
Yeah.
during the fucking day.
It literally was.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's like he just helps people get out of parking tickets. It's like the
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
cop you don't want to run over. She runs over him, and then goes like on a high speed chase or whatever.
Holy shit.
And eventually they got her, and there's just a video that local news or whatever of her like being arraigned and then like coming out of the jail and being put in a cop car and she's crying. She's like, "I'm really sorry." And then like the reporter like, "What are you sorry for?" She's like, "For killing him." And they're like, "What were you doing?" She's like, "I have a podcast." And then the door slammed shut.
And they plug the podcast.
She's
I
like,
hope she plug. Yeah, she didn't even get to plug it,
she
dude.
was like, "I was doing my podcast."
www.
Yeah. But just one of the
you said you
one of
followed
the-
up with her.
I haven't done a check-in on that.
Sakos was an officer for Highway 3 who so dedicated his life to his work he never took a sick day in 10 years. Standing in solidarity, Sakos' fellow officers stood behind the PBA president, who said they are all relieved, but that this is no time for celebration.
His leg was one direction, and he was in another direction.